I have cleaned up until the 15th to get it done. Even if they're steady loading me, if I want to make that check $1,000, I can make that check $1,000. All I got to do is get out here and get it done. And in the next 2 weeks, I have $1,000 check. Okay, is that gonna be enough to get all my bills paid? Of course not. But that's why you do more than one company. Okay. And welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to see you guys. How are you? I hope you're great. I am wonderful. And I'm coming with you today to talk to you a little bit about, well, actually just give you an update on one of the companies that I actually had signed contract with through our field inspection services. Okay. I'm so sorry I haven't been doing the videos lately as far as loan signing is, but hey, we got to get it in where we're getting it in there, right? So in the meantime, we just got to keep it pushing with what we know best. All right. So my field service company that I want to give you an update on is the next company that I had signed up for, which was Millennium. And I wanted to share that with you guys. And in case for you guys who don't know, I got that company through this book here. And this is the National Field Services Directory. Once again, National Field Service Directory. I cannot stress enough as to how much this book has helped me. And I'm pretty sure if you guys, any of you who do comment searching, well, should I say comment surfing, you have seen that it has helped a multitude of others as well. And the company came from directly from in this book here. You can get this book off of SOFI website, SOFI, Society of Field Inspections, okay? Go on there for National Field Services Directory, get this book, and you can also get them to actually do you a resume, which is what I did first. Before I even got the book, I got the resume first, all right? And I let them do it, and of course it's not like any other resume. This resume looks like you are actually marketing yourself, because guess what? You are. This is not what? A job. This is going to be a what? A choice, a career choice that you're deciding to do. This is a 1099. This is going to be your independent way of making a living, okay? So you may want to go ahead and check all of that out. But back to the basics. Okay, so this company, Millennium, my first, I like to call them batches. As you guys, I told you guys I like to put like batch on it, right? So I put the batch. All right, so as you can see, this one's kind of flimsy. This is because the first one that I actually got from them were test sites, right? They give you like 4 or 5 of them for you to go and actually do a test run. Make sure you can do the job. Okay, so they did that, and then once they finish that, they'll pay you. Okay, and as I'm pretty sure you saw, I'm gonna turn it around again, but I don't want you to see the wrong type of information, so I'm gonna kind of cover some of this stuff up because I really don't want, no problems. Okay, so I'm gonna cover it up. Okay, cover it up, and as you can see there, that first one there, you see the little money there, the little $51. Okay, so they sent me $51. That was for my three. Let me make sure, my 3 test homes that I did, okay? And then they had left one off because I had actually did 4. So they sent me another check stub for it. And the reason why it stuck to these papers is because, remember I told you guys I do a paper trail, right? So since I do a paper trail, I download my invoices. And my invoices, I put the invoice with the actual papers the files that they actually send me to the homes to do. Okay. So this goes back to another video I said before about how to make sure that you keep up with how you're getting paid. Now, this has nothing to do with whether you're getting paid on time. This is the reason I do this, and the reason why I put these in a file. And I know I'm getting off subject a little bit, but I need to, because I need to make sure that you guys understand what's happening here. I'm not putting these papers together in order to make sure that I can keep up with the fact that whether they paid me or not. Okay, this is whether they paid me per house or not. Okay, because I know when the money comes in, how much the money's supposed to be. I know when it's supposed to be, and I know how much I'm supposed to get. But as far as sometimes you can get overwhelmed, especially when you're doing more than one company, and you'll see them big checks coming in, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I got paid today. Okay, that's nice. Keep it kicking. And then one day you decide to go through your invoices, go looking at your invoices, you realize you got 2 or 3 houses that you didn't even get paid for. Okay, so I take my invoices. The invoices has the actual policy number and inspector, the insured name, the account number, everything on it, compared to the same thing on the paperwork. So I put it all together, and then once I get paid, I make sure that everything is in sync. Then I put the batch away. All right. So this was the first one, like 51, and then the second one they forgot, they didn't have it attached to the same one. So that's why this one came by itself. Put my hand over. That's why it came by itself and was only for $17. Okay. So this one, so that's why these are small, because these were the test ones. Okay. So the first one I did was on 11/15, November the 15th, 2023. Okay. So after the test one, then they started to hook the girl up. Okay. So this is one I got where I said I have on here third batch. Okay. The reason why I put third batch is because I told you I label my batches. And as you can see, this third batch, you see it, and you see the price, $447. So this was my next one right here for $447. Okay. And then the next one is batch 4, and I'm gonna put batch 4 over the top, my paper over, because I have to cover certain things up for the company's sake and for mine, but I put it over top. But as you can see there, that check stub there says 5/16/55, 5/16/55. You see it there? Okay, so then after that one, I gotta keep them in order. I can't mess my batches up, y'all. I keep all my paper. I swear, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this, but I do. Okay, so this is batch 5, and this is the last one right here that they gave me. My check stub has not come yet, but as you can see, it's pretty fat paperwork, pretty fat, and it's gonna be a total. You see how I always total my stuff up, and I put it at the bottom of my. Let me see if you can see it. If I put it at the bottom of my page here, it says 507.25.75. 507.75. So that's what this one here is, and I already got paid for it. It's just that the check stub has not come. Now bear in mind, let me tell you about the check stubs, because I didn't know what was going on. I went to the mailbox one day because all my money is direct deposit, and I had a check stub, okay? And I was like, at first I thought it was a check. I was like, what is this? Because it had paid to the order. I had to be inside of the little thing, so I had paid to the order. I was like, what is this? I got a check that's coming in the mail. Y'all done forgot to pay me something. What? Life is getting good around here. I get in the house, open up, and it says, y'all know what them things say. The things say, this is not a check. Void, this is not a check. That's what they say. So I was like, oh, so they sending check stubs for every time they pay you. As for what, I really don't know. 1099, it's just weird, but they do send you check stubs. Okay, so I put the check stubs and stapled them to each batch when the check stub comes. So this check stub should be here this week, and I'll staple it to that one. But anyway, as of right now, I have a total from November the 15th to today's date. I've done a total of $1,540, and I have another stack here that I've already done. You see how I wrote all over the paper? I've already done another stack here, and I've totally estimated up for this one. It's going to be like $567 for this one. So, do I think that being that November, December, January, for 2 months, we're looking at pretty much around $550, $560 every 2 weeks. Okay. Do I think that it's well worth it? Of course I do. Why? Because if I did not work a full-time job that was holding up my time and making me have to juggle between other companies and get this work done and fill in the gaps and fill in the spaces, doing my evening the best way I can to make sure that I don't run no gas out my car, but at the same time make my little tight clusters and get this work done and get on back to the house. If I didn't have to do this, I would make way more than this from this company. Why do I say so? Because right now in my back office for this company here, I have a lot of work. Okay, but if you have started working for this company here, because I think somebody did tell me in the comment section that they have started working for them. If you have, then you're gonna see eventually that you're gonna have work that's gonna be stacked in there at all times. This is one of those companies where they trust you to get the work done. They're not gonna bug you. They're not running behind you. You know, ooh, when you think you're going, ooh, well, when do you think you go? And all of the emails and stuff, they do not bother you at all over there, okay? This company don't bother you. I have a stack of work in there, but the only thing good about it is that most of their work is not appointments. Even though some of them I have found where I'm actually needing to make appointments, I don't know how I'm feeling about it because, you know what, I wasn't planning on having to do all that. But they do state to be non-appointment homes. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out and work my magic and figure out how I can get around not having to make any. But at the same time, I know that most of my stuff that I'm doing for them are non-appointments, and I can get them done on Saturday afternoon, early Saturday morning before they pop up out of here and get them done and be done wiped out my whole list of stuff. I don't be playing no games because why? I want the work to be done. But I do know for a fact that if I was to cut loose my job right now today, okay, and I'm getting y'all ready for what's about to occur in Deidre Michelle's life. If I was to cut my job loose today and have it set away my whole morning hours, at least 3 days a week, because let me tell you something, the plan, in case y'all didn't make a plan, I did. The plan is to pull a couple of grand between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. If I'm feeling greedy, maybe a little on Thursday. But I'm going to have free time in my life. It's well overdue. All right. But if I was to do that now, they would give me a lot of work. They give you what they call runs. And they have these runs that pop up and they send them to your email and they ask you, would you like to do these runs? And it's all these different runs from all these different states and all this stuff. And these runs be like 176, 200 plus, 300 plus homes in these runs. And it'll have you tell you how much you're going to get paid for those houses. These houses that don't even require appointments. And they be up in the thousands. But I have not been able to take a run yet. Why? Because I work a job. If I cut this job out, that run, I guarantee you, will pay me what I make probably in 2.5 weeks or pay for my regular job. I just haven't cut it loose yet. Mainly because I still got to do a run of a mill on this company. You got to be really careful before you be done cut yourself. Chopped off one part of the plant thinking it's going to help the rest of the plant grow, but you didn't chop it far enough down to the root, and now the whole plant dying. I know y'all probably didn't get that one. Okay. You decide you're going to cut your job loose because this one right here looks like if you do this one right here going to take the place of everything. You'll be dead all right. But then you realize that they got a bunch of games they playing and you didn't even know it was hid. So you got to make sure that you know before you bust these moves. But I'm getting ready. But I just wanted to show you guys what I have and what I've made within the past 2 months. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I'm going to tell you, this company here is not one that you got to chase your money down. And the way they pay you is anything that you do, which is one reason why I can let my stuff sit in there. Like I can let it sit because I know I got time before I get paid. Okay? Whatever you do between the 1st and the 15th, they pay you on the 25th. Most of the time it's not the 25th. Most of the time it's the 22nd and 23rd. The check, it always comes early, okay? And anything that you do between the 16th and the 30th get paid next month on the 10th. So it's twice a month you get paid on the 10th and on the 25th, okay? So if let's say today is, what is today's date? Today is Sunday the 28th. Yes, that's when I recorded this video. Sunday the 28th. Okay. So the 28th, I'm in between the 16th and the 30th. Okay. That's why I still have this big batch right here that I've not been paid for, but I've already done it and cleared it out. Why? Because after the 30th, it cuts off and whatever I've done goes on the 10th check. See? So everything else that's up in that computer, I have cleaned up until the 15th to get it done. Even if they're steady loading me, if I want to make that check $1,000, I can make that check $1,000. All I got to do is get out here and get it done. And in the next 2 weeks, I have $1,000 check. Okay, is that gonna be enough to get all my bills paid? Of course not. But that's why you do more than one company, okay? But are we going to continue to always work with more than one company? No, we're not. And why are we not going to continue to work with more than one company? Is that there's going to come a time when we're going to be cutting some of these loose once we get the best of the best, okay? But right now, this one right here is going to stay with the rest. I just wanted to show you what the progress is going on with the money for that second company. You guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I'll be bringing you back something later. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.